Okay, where is it? Where is it? Not here. Oh, maybe it's... No, it's not here. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, wait a second. Oh, here you are, boy. Come here. Okay, let's find something to play, shall we? Oh, okay. That has to be something I haven't finished yet. Let's see what's inside. I don't want to play a single player game online. Oh, I think my subscription expired for this. Oh, Bioware? Nah. It's probably a game with a shitty ending. No. 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 Oh, I've already played this. No. No. Oh, there's something stuck in here. Gothic and role-playing game. Woo! Awesome!
I see.
Probably nothing. Let's go. Let's play some Gothic. Woo! I'll buy it on Steam. Gothic, an epic role-playing adventure. After a decade dominated by CRPGs like Baldur's Gate or the Fallout series among many others, you piece of shit! The German software house Piranha Bytes had what at the time was a pretty damn good idea. Okay, you ready for this? An RPG with action gameplay. Yes, it's basically what we now call action RPG. And yes, I know we already had the Diablo series and the Ultima Underworld games, as well as the early Elder Scrolls. Oh my god, I love Daggerfall! But the whole idea of swinging around your sword, parrying and dodging was something really new in the RPG genre. And so, after 4 years of development, Gothic finally hit the shelves. Only in Germany. It eventually arrived in the US almost a year later. And while it wasn't a big hit, it gained with time a cult following. Now, I don't have much history with this game. I picked it up when it was new and I played it like once. Then I was confused and I stopped. So that you know that I have no nostalgia whatsoever for this game. And when this year I picked it up again, I had no idea what to expect.
The kingdom of Murtana, united.
The game opens up with a very low-res cutscene, where a mysterious narrator makes up for the lack of pixels, I presume, and explains us what is going on. King Robar of Murtana is fighting orcs and losing. And then one day he's like, oh, I know what we need more swords. And then he decides to send all the convicts of the realm to the island of Corinis and put them to forced labor in the mines in order to dig up a rare magic ore that can create more swords. That's dumb. Then, for no reason whatsoever, they call the mages and ask them to create a magic barrier. And then the narrator does something weird.
Of them. Something disturbed the delicate structure of magic. We were trapped inside our own barrier.
Can we please get the beginning one more time?
Something disturbed the
Wait a second. Was that a seizure or he lost one's place? I'm just guessing here, but I think the voice acting is a treat in this game. Okay, everyone is trapped, slaves take over and force the king to negotiate for goods and women, apparently. And then, after a fade, we finally see the hero. Okay, just a second and try to figure out who they use for the design. Okay, Stallone and yeah, the guy from Game of Thrones, yep. Of course, then you simulate a car accident and voila! We are the nameless hero, and before being thrown into the barrier, a mage approaches us and says, "Boy, take this ladder to the magician of fire inside the barrier and you will be covered in gold." It's a lie. And the hero goes, "I don't have a choice, bro." And then they kindly push us into a pound, and I think the ladder is pretty fucked. But the developer clearly thought it wasn't enough humiliation for one cutscene, so...
To the colony.
Thank you! Oh no! Ow! Okay, you don't want me to play the game? Just tell me. If you want me to... I mean... But then, someone shows up and tells the thugs to shove off. And so the game begins. Okay, just a second, let me fix the resolution. Okay, much better. We meet this guy who's called Diego, and great, now the fonts are really small. Okay, give me a second, I think I can fix it. Perfect. Anyway, Diego explains us how things work inside the barrier. There's 3 camps, the new camp, the old camp and the swamp camp. He also tells us that the guy that just punched us is called Bullet. And so the game begins. Okay, let's talk a second about the controls. So you can turn with the mouse, but the sensitivity is a bit low. Trust me, even if you raise it at maximum, it's still very low and it won't help. Yep, I tried with many different techniques, but yeah, at the end it's useless. After some fucking around with the option, I have eventually found out that you can play the whole game without using your right hand. Yes, it's weird. Near the starting zone I find an object on the ground and... How do I pick it up? No really, how do I pick it up? I'm using every single key, nothing works. There's an action key, but it doesn't do anything. Oh! You have to hold Ctrl and press the forward key. What? And this is the weirdest thing I found about this game. In order to do anything, fighting, jumping and picking up stuff, you need to hold the key and press another one. Is this game made for DOS? No, it isn't! After a while I find my first weapon, a one-handed sword, but my character holds it with 2 hands for some reason. And then I meet this abomination. A mole rat. Okay. Probably the enemy designers were on crack, but at least we get our first glimpse of combat. And here's how it works. You obviously have to hold the action key and then use WASD in order to swing left or right, overhead or parry. And you know what? While being clunky as fuck, it's not bad, you need to time everything. If you don't time an attack, you will stop swinging, and if you don't time your parry, you will get hit. But yeah, the animations are just weird as hell. I mean, it looks like the nameless hero has no idea on how to handle a weapon. You need to remember this for later. Oh yeah, check this sound. It's just a guy screaming in the microphone. I mean, I can do it too. It's not hard. Funny. And check out the draw distance. 2001, people. 2001. I think my PC exploded when I booted it up back then. When I get to the valley, I meet 2 guys from the new camp who want to teach me how to hunt scavengers. What's a scavenger? Okay, the enemy design in this game is weird as hell. They look like Skeksis from the Black... no, it was the Dark Crystal. Yeah, it's a Jim Henson movie with puppets, you know. What am I saying? No one knows that movie. After killing them, I go to a bridge and I ask directions to a god.
Is that the old camp over there?
No, that's the new camp. The old camp is underneath the bridge.
You tricked me. And if you thought it was over, it's not. For example, when you reach the old camp gate, the god greets you with some blackmailing. I don't know, they like to scare players away.
That's why I'm asking you for some ore. Look on it as a kind of token of friendship.
I answer, never. And 10 minutes later, a miner stops me and says that because of me they all have to pay my cut. And then he kicks my ass. I mean, he doesn't kill me, he just knocks me over and steals all my gold. And yeah, the rest of the villagers are equally kind.
Got no business in there. Beat it.
Hold it!
What's up?
You can't go in the castle. Beat it!
Well, how's it going?
What do you want? Hey, you.
Are you talking to me?
You're kidding. You think you could just come in here strutting and get straight to the...
What's up?
You'll learn soon enough. Be on your guard at all times, especially at night.
And it's not over. Do you guys remember the adoring fan from Oblivion? Piranha Byte did it first. His name is Matt, and he will suffer before I kill him.
Is it possible we're walking in circles? I mean, I don't know where you want to go. But somebody like you would never hang out with a lunatic. Are you looking for a quiet place where we can talk for a bit or something?
And yeah, it's a weird setup. Everyone in the camp treats you like shit. Literally. And while it took me a while, I also found the other camps. Well, in the swamp camps everyone smokes weed and yeah, you know, I'm just not interested. And once I found a new camp, just right after I passed the gate, a guy stopped me and ordered me to deliver 15 bottles of water to the rice worker. And the day after, he killed me! Yes! And by the way, at the beginning of the game, you're basically the worst fighter in human history. You can't kill shit. You can basically kill mole rats and scavengers. Everything else is a no-win situation, and don't even try with humans. Doesn't matter, guards of peasants, you will die. But after hours upon hours of dying, running between camps and dying, I finally get accepted in the old camp. Now I just need to speak to Gomez Dior, Baron. Sorry. He's basically the most powerful person in the whole colony, and he's a big douchebag. Then when I meet him, guess what? Of course, he kills me. Yep, true story. He asks you what you know about the colony, and if he doesn't like what he hears, he straight up murders you. Like that, yes, no big, no, just need to fix this. Okay, that's more like it. When you get the colony trivia right, you get accepted, and your first task is to check this swamp camp. You also get your first armor, and you look like Sean Connery in Highlander. I don't know if that's cool or what. Once you get there, you meet the second nice guy in the game, Lester, who tells me that I need to speak to Iberion because they're trying to summon the Sleeper, a god the tribe worship that is supposed to free us from the barrier. Oh yeah, and this Sleeper thing, it's totally not the bad guy. No. Wait, let's check the letter the mage gave me. Oh, the Sleeper is the bad guy. Oh, okay. So basically, in order to summon the Sleeper, they need an artifact the mage used to create the barrier. They sent a guy and he's missing. So it's up to us to find him. And now let's stop for a second. Because what we have here is a thing of pure beauty. Since the birth of man, we have come a long way, breaking the shackle of gravity and learning how to fly, exploring the deep and unknown space. But of all the great creations of mankind, nothing comes even close to what you're about to hear. This voice actor is the worst fucking thing ever.
Now I'll only serve the Sleeper. No more Templars or gurus. Only me alone. Die!
I murdered the guy with pleasure and I bring back the artifact, and after realizing that the cause of that wonderful voice acting was the Sleeper, everyone figures out that he is bad. No shit, bro. Oh yeah, Iberion dies. Who cares? So, it's time for plan B. Yep, because it turns out that the water mages in the new camp have an escape plan as well. They have a bigger pile and they want to blow up the barrier with it. Yeah, with the help of magic, I think? And by the way, after all this time I finally managed to kill something, yep. And trust me, after all this time, being able to fight back feels great. I will show you. I went back to the guy who killed me because I helped him deliver water. You know, Lefty, I was wondering, is it possible to show 15 bottles up someone's ass? Oh, look, I have 15 bottles right here. Time for science, take off your pants, bitch! After this wonderful moment, I meet Gorn, another nice person, and he says I should go see a trainer. He's right. I think it's a good time to talk about the leveling system. So, when you level up you get 10 skill points. What do they do? Nothing by themselves. You need to spend them at a trainer in order to level up your strength, dexterity or mana, or your skills. And at this point I had no fighting skills whatsoever, so I said let's try to level one-handed. Why not? Let's try. Let's yeah. What? The animation changes when you learn, like in real life. Oh my god, oh my god. And then, if you level up, the animation changes again. Oh my god, oh my god. The chant is beginning, I can stop it. No, 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 no. You know, this actually blew my mind when I found out. The fact that you actually learn how to fight and your animation changes, showing you that you learn something. It's genius. This is one of the best experience leveling system-wise I've ever found in an RPG, period. No, not in an RPG, in a game. Fuck RPG, in a game, period. But I will get back to it when we're done with the story. For now, just know that I was mind blown. So where were we? Oh yes, I go see the water mages and they say they also need the fire mages in order to blow up the barrier. And of course I have to go and convince them. And then something shady happens.
If you do not succeed in this, there is only one other, just one.
One what?
Forget it. You must succeed.
What do you mean by that? I mean, what do you mean by... I'm sure it's nothing. And way to ruin a surprise, when I get to the old camp, something weird is going on. There's a lot of guards in front of the gate and a guy approaches me. He's a fire mage named Milton. He's basically the last good guy in the colony. He says the mine collapsed, Gomez went apeshit and killed all the fire mages. And if I approach the gate, they put the blame on me as well. Oh yeah, I'm banished from the camp. Okay. Okay. Milton? That's payback, bitches! Yeah, burn them up, Milton. Tonight we dine with gods. Cooked gods. Yes! You know, even with the big spoiler from the water mage, I was actually taken by surprise. I mean, I didn't expect the guy to kill everyone. And when we return to the water mage, he reveals another plot twist. There was a 13th mage, Zardos. Man, it's like reading George R. Tolkien. He lives in the most dangerous place in the colony. And yeah, we need to find him because maybe he knows how to escape. Once we get to him, the biggest shocker in all fiction history happens. The Sleeper was the bad guy. Yep, I already knew that. Can we get on with the story, please? He's the reason behind the barrier. And he lives in an underground temple built by the orcs. And after a shit ton of busy work to gain access, it's finally time to face the Sleeper. Or is it? And by the way, once I got inside the temple, I finally figured out where they took inspiration from. Check this sweeping shot. Yep, it's great. It's Tomb Raider. It's Tomb Raider! I figured it out. Yeah, it's clearly inspired by Tomb Raider, you know, all the clunky movement, the weird tank-like turning system. It's inspired by the early Tomb Raiders. I solved the puzzle, love me. Deep inside the temple I find a mysterious sword. The journal updates and says that in order to identify it I need to talk again with Xardas. Yeah, I love backtracking. Anyway, he tells me that I'm a part of a prophecy. No, really, you're going there? You're really going there? And that I need to reactivate the sword named Uriziel or something like it. And the only way to reactivate his power is to use the ore mound the water mages are protecting. Okay. I go there and with the help of Milton for some reason I reactivate it. And this cutscene is not edited at all. Check it out. Really, these jokes write themselves. Music! And now, with both the legendary sword and the aura armor, it's time to face the sleeper. But first I found a rune that teleports me inside the old camp.
Be 6 feet under in a minute. Get him, guys, and slice him up.
After 6 hours of dungeon crawling, I finally get to the sleeper lair and... Why is Xardas right here? Xardas! No! No! No, 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 it took me so... He explained to us that we need to kill the sleeper. I already knew that, and then he dies. Okay, whatever. And after kiting some enemies into the pit of death, it's time to face
the sleeper
himself. And at the last moment, I even found out his secret weapon. He can disappear from the screen. Terrifying. The fight is actually pretty interesting. He fireball the crap out of you while you're trying to pierce 5 hearts surrounding him. But after some running, fighting and piercing, it's time for glory. I banish the sleeper. Now I will surely be rewarded. Come on people, I need some payoff. Come on. Come on, show me. Show me.
When the sleeper was banished into his own dimension, I returned to daylight. The magic barrier had fallen. But for me, the adventure had only just begun.
That's really it? What? Well, it surely isn't a recurring factor, these shitty endings. And this was Gothic, and yes, it's a bit rough around the edges, and yeah, the control scheme, it sucks. But it's one of the finest RPG I've ever played. Never in a game I felt so influential to the world I was living in. And let me explain, because this is really what Gothic does that surpasses any other game. This game has hands down the most gratifying progression system I've ever experienced in an RPG. Ask yourself why at the beginning the game is so hostile, why they wanted to make me feel so powerless. And mind you, nothing levels with you in this game. The enemies are always the same and they have always the same stats. Because when after training you finally manage to fight back, the feeling of accomplishment is unmatched. And you actually did it with no hand holding. And when a game hooks you up without good graphics, without a good story, but with the gameplay alone, you can say you played something great. So if you don't mind some outdated graphics and weird controls, you should really try it out. It's a great game and one of the first action RPG ever made. But now it's time to put it back. Yep. Let's go, bro. When I woke up, a new game was lying in my hand. I've completed Gothic, but for me, the adventure had only just begun.